Hi students, we are continuing with the drama The Tempest. So we are with Act 4 Scene 1 and till where we had seen, I think all might have read the portions. We have completed till the mask. The mask is ended with a dance, a solemn dance by the spirits of streams and reapers. Okay, so we are continuing with. So now the dance has ended. Now Prospero is saying something. What does he say? I had forgotten about that foul conspiracy of the beast Caliban and his helpers against my life. The time appointed for the execution of their plot has almost come. To the spirits, well done, you may go without delay. What is he saying? Just after or in between the mask, we can say Prospero is remembering about the plot that Caliban, Stefano and Trinicola has made, that what we have seen in Act 3 Scene 2 they were planning about. So Prospero is remembering about it and he asked them to stop. He asked them to stop the mask and leave. And this time, the time appointed for the execution of their plot has almost come. That means they are coming. They are coming with the plot to kill whom? To kill Prospero. Now he says to the spirit, well done, you have done your duty well. So you may go without delay. Now without staying here more time, you can go. Because some people are coming to kill me. So you leave now. So Ferdinand, this is strange. Your father is in an emotional state that has strongly worked him up. So Ferdinand is saying to Miranda, and see, your father, his mood has changed immediately. What happened to him? What is in his mind? I cannot understand. Till now he was very okay. He was happy. He was happy with us. So what happened to him? Miranda, never become have I seen him so angry and violent. So this is, Miranda is saying, this is, when first in my life I am seeing him such an angry person. Why he is so angry? Prospero, my son, you seem to be upset and look as if you were scared. Be cheerful. Our merrymaking has now come to an end. Those actors of ours, as I told you earlier, were spirits and have melted into thin air and just like the unreal vision. Now, Prospero is saying, my son, he is addressing whom? He is addressing Ferdinand. He is saying, my son, you seem to be upset. You don't worry about. So because of my angerness, you are upset. Don't worry. So this enjoyment, merry, has come to an end. As you had once asked a question whether they are spirits or not. Yes, they are spirits. So as they are spirits, they can disappear within seconds. So it is just an unreal vision. It is not real. It's only a magic. So here Shakespeare through Prospero speaks about a big philosophy of life. Nothing in our life is lasting. Nothing is everlasting in our life. Nothing is everlasting. It exists only for a few minutes or a few years or a few hours it exists. That is what he is going to say through this. And see here, the next sentence. Those actors of ours, as I told you earlier, were spirits and have melted into thin air, and just like the unreal vision, the great towers rising to the clouds, grand palaces of unholy temples, the great world itself with its people will vanish, fading out like an unreal vision, not leaving any trace behind. We humans are made of the same substance as dreams are made of, and when we die, there is eternal sleep. Sir, I am annoyed. Be patient with my present condition, for my old brain is disturbed let not this weakness of mine bother you. If you wish, go into my cell and rest there. I will walk a round or two to calm my disturbed mind. So what he is saying? He is saying whether it is a mountain, whether it is a palace, it may end within seconds. What? All the prosperity, all the charmness, all the wealth you have, it can end within a second. In a few minutes it can end. And he says, we humans are made of the same substance that dreams are made of. What is the specialty of dreams? We see the dream, and when we open our eyes, it finishes. So it is like within a blinking of an eye, as the dream finishes, the same the human life is. The human life finish within seconds. So he is again asking pardon. I have some problem. I am disturbed. So you don't worry about my disturbance. I will make it clear. So you go to the cell and rest for some time. I will have a walk through the island. So by that I will be okay. See, Ferdinand and Miranda, we wish you peace. So both of them wish Prospero peace in mind, and they exit from the place. Now Prospero, come quickly like a thought. I thank you, Ariel, come. So he is saying, just like a thought that comes into my mind, you appear here, my dear Ariel. And Ariel appears. Ariel, I am clinging to your thoughts. What is your wish? So my dear master, I am there in your thoughts. When you think about me, I will appear in front of you. So what is your wish, my master? Prosperous spirit, we must prepare to meet Caliban. My dear Ariel, we should be ready for what? To meeting Caliban, because Caliban is planning something against Prospero. Ariel, yes, my master. When I introduced Ceres, I want to tell you about it, but I was scared that it might annoy you. So what does he say? When the mask was going on, when I introduced Ceres on the stage, in my mind, Ariel's mind, what was there? The plan that Caliban has made. I wanted to tell you about that. But I thought it may disturb you. It may disturb the mood, the happy mood that you have. That's why I did not speak about that. Okay? Now we will see Prospero. Tell me again, where have you left those rascals? So, Caliban is living in the mercy of Prospero. Still he is planning against Prospero. So he is addressing him as rascal. Okay, Ariel, I told you, my master, their faces were flushed with drinking. They became so brave that they aimed their blows in the air that blew in their faces. They stamped the ground for daring to kiss their feet. Yet they were determined to pursue their plot to kill you. So what we can see here is, so they are drunk. They are drunk. They cannot even stand straight. Even they, by their, as they are drunkard, they can even touch their feet. They can kiss their feet. That is why they are not even able to walk. That is their position. So I beat my drum. And at this stage they are planning to kill Prospero. So what did I do? I beat my drum, and then like unstrained horses, they pricked their ears, lifted their eyes, and raised their nose as they heard my music. When I beat the drum, they pricked their ears, they sharpened their ears, lifted their eyes, and raised their nose as they heard my music. I cast the spell on their ears, so that like a calf they followed me through thorny briars, sharp bushes, pricky gorse and thorns, which pierced their legs. So as I commanded, because they were not in a sense, they do not have any sense. They are senseless now. They are drunkard. So when I commanded them to follow me, just like the calf, as it follows the cow, it followed me. And what all places they have covered, they do not know. Through the thorny bushes, through the thorns. Okay, there it is hurt. They hurted a lot. Where they were in a dirt, and I pushed them into a dirt covered pool with the dirty water up till their chins, and their body completely sank into the dirty water. Prospero, well done, Ariel, my spirit. Do not go away, remain invisible. Go and bring those flashy garments from my house to set as a decoy for catching those thieves. So now he is saying, well done. What you have done is very well you have done. So do not go away from this place. What you have to do? You be invisible in this place. And what you have to do? Go and bring those good dress from there and hang it here. So they are coming. Who are coming? Those conspirators are coming. Ariel, yes, I will go. And he exits. Prospero, Caliban is a devil, born devil. On such creatures, education makes no impact. All my trouble with noble motives taken on his behalf have been wasted. As his body becomes more ugly with age, so his mind grows more foul. I will torment them with till they roar. So what he is saying? Caliban is a devil. He is a born devil. So I have educated him, I have taught him moral values, but it doesn't have any meaning in his life. He is not ready to change. So I have wasted my life teaching him things, moral values. Okay, so I am going to teach him a lesson. What I am going to do? I am going to torment him till they roar, till they cry loudly. I am going to punish them. So re-enter Ariel carrying glittering clothes. Come, hang them on this lime tree. Prospero and Ariel remain invisible. Enter Caliban, Stephano, and Trinicola all wet. Caliban, kindly walk quietly so that the mole-like old man in his cell may not hear the sound of your footsteps. We are near his cell. So Caliban is saying, so now what do you have to do? Don't make sound even by your steps. Because that old man who is Prospero, he may be sleeping. If he hears the sound, he will come out and he will punish us. He will throw out from here. So we are near his cell, so don't make any sound. Stephano, monster, you are fairy, who you say is harmless, has behaved like a rough towards us. Do you hear, monster? If I be angry with you, beware. Monster, your fairy, who you say is harmless, has behaved us like a rough towards us. Okay, a rock towards us. So, whom about you are speaking? He is behaving badly to us. Then you be aware of this. So now, Trinicolo, then you would be lost, monster. Caliban, my good lord, be favorable to me, be patient, for what you are going to win will compensate for this trouble. So speak softly, all is silent as at midnight. So what do you say? See, so you are going to get a great thing, that is the kingdom. This island you are going to get, and you are going to be the king. So what now I say, you please listen to that. Why it is? The reward that is going to get is this: you are going to be the king of this island. To Nicolo, yes, but we have lost our bottles in the pool. And what is their most problem? In that dirt pool, they have lost their bottle of wine. They lost. That is their problem. Stephano, there is disgrace as well, dishonor in that. Monster, besides, it is a great loss. So what is the disgrace? What is the dishonor? And we lost our bottle. Trinicolo, and that matters more to me than getting wet. Yet you say that this is a harmless fairy monster. Okay, so what I lost is great. What is my bottle I lost? So what I am going, my bottle is more valuable than anything else for me. Stephano, I will get back my bottle, though it means I would have to get submerged in dirty water. Even though, let it have any problem, let I sink in the water, let I completely merge in the water, I don't have any problem, but I am going back to take my bottle from that dirt pool. Caliban, I request my master to be quiet. Look, sir, here is the entrance to the cell. Make no noise and enter. Then carry out that plan which would make this island yours forever and make me your Caliban forever slave. So now he is saying, I request my master, please don't go. Be here, be silent, don't make sound. Don't make sound for your bottle. You get into the cell. And what was our plan? You execute the plan, you implement the plan. And by that plan, by implementing that plan, you are going to be the king of this island. And I will be your slave. You will be my master, and I will be your servant forever. Stefano, give me your hand. Now I begin to have ferocious thoughts. So now I am going to think what we are planning to do. Triniculo, O King Stefano, O my lord, O worthy Stefano, look here, what a lot of fine clothes are here for you. So now Triniculo is saying to Stefano, oh, look at that side. Already we are going to be the king. And see that side, we could see that what? Beautiful clothes which are already set by Ariel and Prospero on that tree. Caliban, let them be their fool. They are nothing but trash. Don't go that side. Caliban can understand what really it is, because he is a spirit, he is a devil. He can understand about, he know very well about Prospero and Ariel. Trinicola, well, monster, we know that they belong to an old cloth shop. Oh, King Stefano. Stefano, remove that gown. Trinicolo, by this hand of mine, I swear that I will have it. So Stefano is asking Trinicolo to take one of the garments from there, one of the clothes or gown from there, and let it. Stefano, get this. Trinicolo, your majesty will have it. Trinicolo told, I will get and give it. Caliban, may this fool suffer from dropsy. Why are you so fond of this rubbish? Let us go and commit the murder first. If he wakes up, he would make us suffer with pain from hurt to food and make us do something cure. And Caliban is saying, oh, you fools, both you fools, what are you going to do? That is not important. Clothes are not important for us. What is important? Get into the cell and kill them. Kill Prospero. That is what important. If he wakes up from his sleep, he will punish us, he will torment us from hurt to food, because Caliban has that experience. So he is afraid of Prospero. So he is inspiring, or he is asking, or he is advising them to kill that Prospero first. That is his duty. Stefano, keep quiet, monster. Is not a Madam Lime tree jacket mine. Now I have taken, isn't the jacket from the line, so it is under the line, equator. The jacket you will lose your hair and you will become bald, as people do when crossing the line. So here they are saying, keep monster, is not Madam Lime tree jacket mine. So that I am going to take that jacket. Now I have taken, isn't the jacket from the line, so it is under the line. Now jacket you will lose your hair and you will become bald, as people do when they crossing the line. Here they mention about the death. Okay, Triniculo, yes, that's right. We steal systematically if it pleases your majesty. So how we are taking the clothes? We are stealing systematically. It is, he will not understand that we have taken clothes from this. Stefano, I thank for the joke. Here is a garment for you as a reward for the joke, which will be appreciated while I will be the king here. Steal by line and level is a good joke. Here is another garment for it. So they are taking the garments. Triniculo, monster, come make your fingers sticky with the bird line and have the rest of the garments. Caliban, I will not do such a thing. We are wasting our time, and we will be transformed by him into barnacles and apes with a stupid low foreheads. Caliban is again and again reminding them, so don't go after all these garments. He knows it is magic, and once he wakes up from his sleep, Prospero, and he will make us what? Apes with the stupid low foreheads. We will change us into monkeys or apes. Stefano, monster, give me a helping hand to carry the garments away to the place where my barrel of wine is kept. Otherwise, I will banish you from my kingdom. Carry this. So you might have understood the reason why Prospero has kept the clothes, because they were in the dirt pool. Their dress is completely wet and with the dirt. So they want to change the dress. Now Stefano is saying, oh, I am going to take the dress, and I am going to, where I am going to? I am going to the dirt pool where my bottle is there. Okay. and carry this Trinicolo and this Stefano. Yes, this is also. A noise of unders is heard, and different spirit in the form of dogs and hounds hunt the three men. Prospero and Ariel urge the hounds on. Prospero after them mountain. Ariel silver or chase them silver. So now from every side, Prospero with the help of spirits and Ariel makes the sound. What sound? The sound of hunters and enter spirits in the form of dogs and hounds. And Ariel, silver, or chase them silver. Prospero, fury, run after them. Go on, tyrant. There, listen. Caliban, Stefano, and Nicola driven out. Go and tell my spirits to afflict their joints with the painful spasms. Make their muscles contract with cramps that affect the old people, and pinch them till more scars are left on their bodies than spots the leopards or the wild mountain cat has. So now Prospero is ordering Ariel and his fellow spirits, go and punish them as you can. How they have to punish? Make them muscles afflict their joints with the painful spasms. Make their muscles contract with the cramps, and pinch them till more scars are left on their bodies than spots that leopard or wild mountain cat has. Ariel, listen how they are screaming with the pain. So by the command itself, Ariel began to torture them, all the three. Prospero, let them be chased away mercilessly. At this hour, all my enemies are at my mercy. My work will come to an end soon, and how will have the freedom to roam about. Just for a short time, follow me and serve me. Now, Prospero is saying to Ariel, let them be chased away, let them throw out. Let them be thrown out from this place mercilessly. Don't show any mercy on them. So at this hour, all my enemies are at my mercy. So here you see, in the island, with your help, what are there? All my enemies are waiting for my mercy. Okay, my work will come to an end soon. So here we are going to what I was waiting for all these years. So my aim, my work is going to end now. And what you are going to get as a reward, Ariel? You are going to get freedom just for a short time. So there is no more time. Only very less time is left. So what do you have to do? Only for this short small time you follow me and serve me faithfully, and you will get freedom. And both of them exit from the place. So this is the end of Act 4 Scene 1. So you please read the chapter complete, the Act 4 Scene 1 completely, and complete the workbook work. Okay, the complete workbook work you have to do. So by the next class, by Monday, you have to be ready for a test paper, okay, of this Act 4 Scene 1. Thank you.